After a long time, we got reasonably a good judgment from the Supreme Court of India for the purpose of cleaning the democratic process in this country. The mandate arising out of Article 324 has been rightly exercised by the Honorable Supreme Court of India by a constitutional bench headed by the current Chief Justice of India, Sri Dr. Chandrachurji, along with four other judges. The notable point of this judgment is it's a very unanimous one. Though two different judgments have been authored, but reaching the same conclusion through different method is highly appreciable. That itself is telling us that there is a democracy, at least in judiciary. Now let us go back to the background of this case. The case we have already given about the electoral bonds in a previous video, how it has originated, how this scheme has been introduced by the then Finance Minister Sri Arun Jaitley. We always pray for Mr. Arun Jaitley, his soul to rest in peace, because when he introduced in the Lok Sabha, he said the unanimity clause will be slowly phased out, thereby ensuring transparency. However, today it is totally different. It is totally opaque. What was originally promised by the then finance minister in the Lok Sabha when he was introducing this electoral bond scheme. What is objectionable here, or what is the legal issues involving in this particular case is concerned? The parties are Association of Democratic Rights and other NGOs, and notably one political party, that is CPI, Communist Party of India, has objected to this, has challenged the constitutional validity of the following amendments when it was introduced through the Finance Act 2017 or 2018, something like that. Now, what are all the provisions involved here? Section 29(1), Class 3 proviso, then Section 182(3) of the Companies Act 2013, then we have Section 31 of the RBI Act, and Section 13 capital A bracket B of the Income Tax Act 1961. These are all the four key legislative provisions which is forming subject matter of this particular case is concerned. This has been successfully challenged, and the court has struck down all those statutory sections by applying double proportionality test. Now, how this has been reached? What is the basis? First of all, the government has taken a route argument that it is ensuring transparency, it is eliminating black money, and it is providing anonymity and providing the privacy to the donors so that they may not be politically harassed. All these arguments have been rejected, outrightly rejected by the Honorable Supreme Court of India on the following grounds. First, all these sections, particularly the amendment to the RP Act, violates 19(1)(a) because you all know way back in the Association of Democratic Rights and PUCL in Ketinov cases, the Supreme Court has rightly held that the right to know about the antecedents of the candidate for forming a judgment about choosing the candidate, his electoral fitness, all these things is a fundamental right. Therefore, to exercise such a fundamental right, they should know about the political parties also, how the political parties are getting funding to exercise whether the political party is the candidate belonging from the political party is a right one, whether it is accountable to the citizens, whether it is practicing the good governance. So, and to put it differently, the voter should have a choice to know the funding pattern of the political parties and the quid pro quo, the policies adopted by the political parties once it is becoming a ruling party so as to favor the funders or donors. So that should be checked. So that is missing in this particular amendment. It is not facilitating. In fact, it is curbs such a thing. Second one, unlimited funding. This is very, very important. The corporate funding has a checkered history. This was not previously in the British Raj. It was introduced post 1950s, and initially it was kept at a very low percentage. Later on, it was raised as 7%. In between, it was suspended, and after 1960s, during Indira Gandhi period, it was later on started again. Rajiv Gandhi has strengthened this. So you cannot blame only BJP for that. I think the Congress has also contributed for the so-called corporate funding. As long as the Congress party happens to be a ruling party, they received the major chunk. Now it has shifted to the BJP because it is a power center. So there is no something called surprise, something like that. Whoever is at the seat, they get majority of the funding is concerned. So this is the case. So the it removed the cap. There is no maximum ceiling, so they can donate as much as they want. And previously, 7% of the profit received by the corporates can be donated to the political parties. Today, that cap has been removed. Even loss-making companies can also profit, can also contribute it. You all know there is one major telecom company. They made it clear that they wanted to even surrender the license. They want to quit. They want to quit the business. All these things. People believe that company would have funded this government, and later on, you know that all these things, loans and other things, have been written off. So this could have happened to any business house actually. So this is again not only this is not only um, promote a corporate Raj, but it goes against the very basic tenets of the constitution under Article 39, particularly 39, concentration of economic power, ABC, something like that, other directive principles of state policy. So, and that ground also, it is its constitutional validity is doubted, is checked. Then 182 class 3 has been rightly struck down. Then RBI Act section 31. Again, RBI in the beginning has opposed this sort of introducing the electoral bonds, but largely it is believed due to the pressure from the government, it would have succumbed. Later on, they opposed. Sorry, they dropped the opposition, and they fall in line with the government's argument. Actually, unfortunately, because this is something like a bearer note. So absolutely there is no there is no KYC norms. Even the information cannot be shared with the RBI. This is a very unfortunate one. All banks are functioning under the supervision of RBI, so there can be no bank above the purview of RBI. And since it is SBI has been chosen, it is a government bank. Finance minister has a direct control over this bank, though it is a statutory one. So ruling party always have an access of funding, others do not have it. So there is no level playing field. So in that ground, section 31 has also been struck down. Then comes 13 class A bracket B of the Income Tax Act. Again, this is giving exemption to the political parties. Political parties even need not to disclose this to the election commission. This is very unfortunate. So this is very irony. Any amount received below 20,000 in other formats ought to be disclosed to the election commission. Any amount received through electoral bond need not to be disclosed. Crores and crores of rupees have been received through this pattern. And it's not only BJP, even Trinamool Congress, DMK have all got more than 90 plus percentage of their funding through this electoral bond. So the electoral bond class 7 has also been rightly struck down because it provides complete anonymity about the donor, and on the other hand, it blocks the information to the voters. Voters are the have a crucial role to play in democracy and not the corporate. So therefore, all these things have been has been struck down by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional, and they have also declared, given a directive to the SBI that they should deposit all the information in the public domain in their website, that which political party has received the quantum of money they received through this electoral bond, all these things, and anything which is unenhanced has to be returned to the given to the given donor is concerned. This is the judgment. So we all believe that this will promote free and fair democracy. Please remember, free and fair democracy itself is a forming part of basic structure of the constitution. Even parliament cannot take it through an amendment. So we believe this will promote the healthy democracy, provided when the judgment is complied both in letter and spirit. We hope such a day comes sooner rather than later. God bless you all. Jai Hind. Thank you.